Hey, this is Metalhead7. I'm gonna make a video on making these things called reusable road flares. And I didn't make the design, but I got from this magazine called The Backwoodsman. I don't know if any of you have heard of it, but it's just an awesome magazine. It's like one of the 6 issues a year, so every other month they come out with a new one. But I mean, they have tons of cool stuff in there. I mean, there's like scrimshaw, brass tacking, has stuff about knives, foil cartridges for guns, all kinds of stuff. Many uses of surplus ammo cans. I mean, they've got so much useful things in keeping honeybees, making a boat, making a slingshot. Anyways, one thing I want to show, and I'm also going to test them, see if they work up to what it says, is the reusable road flare. And in case you're wondering, it's in the March/April of 2011 issue, volume, let me see, 32, number 2. There you can see that. Okay. I got one right here that I made. I also have one outside, and it is a thunderstorm outside right now, so hopefully that'll, because it says in the magazine that this can be, it's weatherproof and waterproof. Once it's lit, it's hard to put out, and we're gonna see how well these do work. Okay, first you want to get a soda can, and I chose a Fanta can because I mean I had it, plus it's orange and fire and all that. Whatever, who cares? Just get a can. I mean, it doesn't have to be a soda can. It can be a tuna can, it could be a beer can, just a can. That's all you need for this part. So I'm gonna make one that big. Now it's a little shorter than this one, and it's taller than the other one. I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter, but I'm just going by eye with it. And there. You can throw away the top, and you're left with the bottom. Next, you take cardboard, and make sure it's the kind with the little wavy things in it. I don't know what they're called. They're the corrugated cardboard. That's what it is. You take it, and you want to cut it so that it's about 1/4 of an inch shorter than the depth of the can, which I'm also going to compensate. So for this type of can, I've been going from there to compensate for the dome. So I'm going to make it about that thick, and I'll get back right after. Okay, so I got the strips cut, and what I did was took them and just wrapped them on my finger. I did this so that it'd be easier to actually put them into the can. And then I also, before I turned the video on, I made sure that I had enough, and went ahead and test set them. So these are the ones that are going in here, but let me try and get a better view of this. Alright, so you're trying to make sure that you get it packed in really tight. So I take it and coil it up, and then uncoil it inside there, and it seems to get nice and compact. Alright, take the next one, coil it up, put it in there, and then uncoil it. Trying to get it as tight as possible. Same with the next one. And I don't think they're going the same direction, so it doesn't really matter. Just You're just getting stuff in there. And then the last one, oops. Here we go. Alright, the last one, you want to start it and get it nice and tight and compacted and all that, so it just fits in there. You want it to fit in nice and snug. And you should have a disc of cardboard. Take your scissors and you, oops. Alright, you're gonna make sure that this little opening right there is big enough that you can put a piece of twine inside of there, and that's gonna help start the fire initially. Okay, so it's not exactly a 1/4 of an inch. I mean, it's almost flush, but it should work, and we'll find out if it works. Alright, next, you actually are going to take wax. I mean, you can get paraffin wax and melt it down and just pour it over. Or what I'm doing is taking an old candle that's all nasty looking from shooting at it and melting it down for the other 2 of these, and we're going to melt wax into and melt it and try to cover the entire surface so that it'll give a protective seal and keep water and all that bad stuff from getting to your cardboard. And alright, gotta unlock that. Take that and just gonna melt it like that. And so you just keep going until you cover the entire surface. I'll cut away so I don't have to bore you with the whole entire. Alright, so actually lit the wick inside of the candle and just melted it that way. Okay, you're going to take some twine inside the outdoorsman or backwoodsman, whatever. Inside the magazine, they say to use hemp twine, but I'm using jute twine. And while it's still hot, the wax, you want to take the twine and just try and shove it down into that center area that you made, and not do that. That sucks. Well, now it'll be easier to get it in there. That's what she said. Alright, so we're going to coil it up and try and get back in there. That has not happened before. So we're all learning something together. Okay. I'm going to try and put some of this down in here too, or I don't know, I'm probably just pushing my luck if I do that. Alright, well, I'll get back to you after I'm done touching this up, because I just screwed it up. It's, as you can see, it's starting to, well, I don't know if you can see it, but just take my word on it, it's starting to get all stormy out. Since I'm outside, I figured I'd show progress on the plants and everything. They're starting to get a little bigger, which is great. And it's just lightning. Anyways, a thunderstorm is coming, and I'm putting out one of the reusable road flares right there, so that as the storm comes, it's going to be, hopefully get drenched, have water sitting out. I was thinking of just putting in the pool, but well, hopefully that'll be more realistic. I don't think it'll have any difference in throwing in the pool, but we'll see how it works and see how effective it is. I'll try and light it after it's done raining and everything, and it's all wet and everything. And then, I mean, if that doesn't work, I'll let it dry. But we're gonna see how that works. Alright, so we're back outside, and you can see right there, there's a can. It was originally like over here. There's actually some like twisters that came through. I mean, none that came through my neighborhood or anything, but there are people at church tonight that said that they had like there were trees that were just taken off, sections just twisted off and everything. I mean, it was windy over here and heavy rain, so we're gonna see if this thing lights after. Oh jeez. I was not expecting that. It's like covered in dirt. I might wash that off before I try it. Or maybe, no. I'm just gonna brush it off, see how it works then. Because, so you're not in a situation where you can just wash it off. Gonna see how it works like that. But first, I'm going to light this one that I made earlier, just to show it going on. Alright, so I have my lighter. I'm just melting this wax up here. Gonna turn it up a bit till I get the twine lit. Alright. One. Even though the twine burnt down, you can still relight these. Oh, and I'll do a video on this lighter. I actually modified it. It's one of those slide lighters, but oh geez, wait, let me, right like that, and you just press it down to get a bigger flame. Pretty cool, I think. Alright, let's see. Let's hold it against there. And I think that tilting it on its side helps to get it going, in my honest opinion. So there's that one. Here, let me tilt that down so you're not just looking at black. The one on the left is the one with the twine. The little flicker is on the right. That has the cardboard, but it's still growing the flame. Alright, so now we have this monstrosity with all the dirt and everything. Let's see if this one will lit. Alright, we got a little bit of a light. Let's see how it holds up. So there we can see all three of them. The new one is taking a while. I mean, usually it burns out a good area by now. But essentially what's happening is it's like you're making a candle. Instead of having wax and one little wick, you have wax and a gigantic wick. It's more like a wick with a little bit of wax. And once the fire's been burning for a while, all the cardboard actually evens out, gets the same size, and it all goes down at the same rate. And when you blow it out, which is actually hard to blow out, it hardens so that it's able to, or the wax hardens inside of the cardboard which gives it the fireproof and capability, or waterproof. Alright, so to wrap this all up, here's the flares, if you want to call them that, candles or cans with cardboard and wax on fire, whatever you want to call it. They all burned, and this is what you're left with. It's burnt cardboard, and it's starting to get hard from the wax getting solid. I was actually surprised that this one, the one that had dirt and all that, I was surprised that it actually worked, and it worked better than I expected. Well, working at all would have been better than I expected. I mean, that was outside for at least 4 to 5 hours in the rain. Rain, wind, dirt. So it definitely can be lit, even if it's wet and dirty and all that. Then you have to